Shalom, family. Well, once again, I'm back for another teaching. The title of this particular teaching is going to be called, Don't You Want This? Why Are You Here? And I know that's kind of a different type of title than what we're used to, but it's what the Lord gave me. So therefore, I will bring it forth. And you will understand why the title came about by the time we get to the end of this lesson. We're going to be coming out of John 5, chapter 5. But before we get started, we're going to pray in first. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you once again for allowing us to be in the midst of your presence. Lord, I ask that you make it the way it's less of me and more of you, Father. Lord, I ask that this word falls on good ground, Lord, that it takes root and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. I ask that all hearts and minds are clear, Lord, so that we will be able to receive a word from you, Lord. Allow this word to be revelation knowledge, Lord, the way that it's supposed to be for us. For you said the word was given unto us to know the wisdom of the kingdom, to know the mysteries of the kingdom. So we thank you for that, Lord, for revealing your mysteries unto us and to no other. In Yeshua's name I pray. Amen. All right. And it reads as thus. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Yeshua went up to Jerusalem. And there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in Hebrew tongue Bethsaida, having 5 porches. In these laid a great multitude of imprudent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole, and whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. Okay, we're going to hold off right there. This man had an infirmity 38 years. He had been going through for quite some time. That's a long time to be going through. And he's at the pool because he knows that whenever there's whenever the water is troubled by the angel, that he can be made whole, that he can be healed. So he's there to basically get his healing after having this infirmity for 38 years. But we're going to go on. Then Yeshua saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case. He said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? The imprudent man answered him, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me into the pool. But while I am come, another stepped down before me. Now, what he said unto Yeshua is, yeah, I've been in this situation for a long time. I mean, 38 years is a long time to have a situation going on. And right off the bat, he comes up with an excuse. But see, Yeshua, when he looked at him, he knew he had been there for a while. But he didn't understand why. Like, don't you want this? Why are you here? So when the man explains to him, when the angel comes and troubles the water, I don't have nobody that can put me in. What do you mean you don't have nobody that can put you in? How bad do you want your healing? I mean, if you've been hanging out here for a good little minute, you gotta be to the desperate state, the way you really want the healing. How is it that you letting everybody go in and get their healing, but you're not getting yours? I don't get it. Now, after, the first year, or after the first season, because he comes at, the season, that don't even mean that a whole year has to pass by. Seasons come within months' time. So here it is. The angel don't came and trouble the water. And you let the first person go, okay, well, maybe maybe their infirmity is, a lot worse than mine. Let them go ahead and get in. Might let the second person go. They look kind of rough. Maybe they might need healing just a little bit more than me. But year after year going by and you still ain't made it to get your blessing. It's like they let you know it's got 5 porches, meaning 5 entrances, 5 ways to be able to get to your healing. You right there at the porch area. In my mind and in my kids' mind, because this was also another Bible study with, me and my kids. In my kids' mind, they like, okay, man, you don't know how to trip the next person or keep them from going in, push them back, fall over in there. I mean, if you already, got something wrong with your legs or something like that, the reason why you can't go, too much further, your thing is to get in first. If you saying that somebody, you don't have nobody to put you in, that means you don't physically have to step in there just to get your healing. You get your healing at any means necessary if somebody got to lay you in the water because you can't make it there yourself. Why you couldn't reach your hand in there and let your hand touch it first, just like the woman with the issue of blood. Her thing was, if only I could just touch the hem of his garment, I will be made whole. She knew it didn't even take much. She knew that she had to press her way in order to get it. She only had her illness going on for 12 years. And she was sick and tired of going through. You don't have your situation for 38 years. And 38 years, you ain't figured out how to get in the water yet? No. Now, when I was talking to another one of my employees about this situation, one of the things she was saying, ain't no way, I could allow that length of time to go by and me not get nothing. And that's what a lot of us think. But how many of us come up with excuses of why we have not received what we're supposed to receive? A lot of people. Somebody always got a reason of why they ain't received it. Or why, somebody else might have got theirs first. Well, I know eventually I'm going to get mine. I just got to be just a little bit more patient, and then, my turn is going to eventually come up. But what happened to you stepping out on faith? How bad do you actually want it? And I'm not saying for you to do something evil to somebody in order to get to your blessing. You don't even have to do it like that. Like the man didn't have to do it like that. It was basically right at arm's reach for him. But he wouldn't take it a step further. Why? To where the question came, do you not want to be healed? I don't get it. Even after the excuse, Moses himself had excuses of why he couldn't go and say to people. Well, I got this going on. You sending me back to Pharaoh. They wanted to kill me. I can't even speak that well. None of his excuses went over well with Yahuwah, with God himself, with Elohim. He was like, no, for every excuse you call out, I got a rebuttal for that to let you know that's not going to happen. If you wondering what do you need to say to them so they will know that it is me who sent you, tell them I am sent you. Okay, if they don't believe, that, what do you have in your hand? A staff? Okay, throw it down. Okay, show them this. Okay, they won't believe that. Put your hand in your bosom and show them this. There are too many things I'm sending you with for you to come back with all these excuses. Then when he hit him with the whole thing, well, I really don't speak that well. How they gonna listen to me? And you ain't have no problem speaking when you stayed with these people before. Why is it now you got a problem speaking to them? Don't worry. Okay, I'm going to send Aaron, to help you out with the speech problem. He can be your voice for you at that time. But you're still going. You still got to do it. Sorry. None of those excuses come into play when it comes down to the Lord. He don't look at it like that. No, there's a job that needs to be done, and it is you who are going to do that job. You can come up with all the excuses you want to. But if you don't fulfill that what you're supposed to fulfill, one or two things going to happen. Either you're going to be taken, that position will be taken from you. Somebody else will have to walk in that light in order to fulfill it. But that job will be done, whether you want to do it or not. So it's either walk in obedience, because obedience is better than sacrifice. Walk in obedience so that you can receive, what you're supposed to receive from it. This man didn't even want to receive the blessing, and he was right there, like knocking at the door, asking you shall receive. But he didn't even look, any further to even try to ask. Like, did you really ask somebody to put you in the water? Or were you just letting them like bogart and get past you to get there? Because, like I say, to come there year after year or season after season, that's a long time to be doing all that. Sorry. You got to reach and go for what you really want to get without the excuses. Excuses gonna be there. Situations gonna be there. Just today, trying to upload this particular teaching, I ran into a lot of obstacles. My camera was not working, and I don't know why my camera wasn't working. It just stopped working on me yesterday, even though I was supposed to be getting ready to upload today. Now, I could allow those excuses to kind of be like, I ain't gonna, be able to do no upload because I can't do this. No, I sat down and kept going through my phone, rebooting, all kinds of stuff until I got my camera to work. Once I got my camera to work, now I'm dealing with a whole nother obstacle. It's, dealing with the situation with the kids and other things coming into play. It's getting later on in the day, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do the recording. No. Go ahead and get this over with. You already know what you're supposed to be teaching on. Get the recording out of the way. Go ahead and upload. Do whatever else you got to do after you get finished while you waiting for it to upload. All right, Lord, I guess that's what I'll be doing. So regardless of the obstacles, I continue to press. Now, I'm not saying that I'm dealing with an infirmity. No. But I'm telling you, everybody deals with obstacles, whether it's in your healing, whether it's in finances, and if you give up with each thing that come your way, you're going to be stuck. Still sitting at the porch, waiting for your blessing, watching other people get their blessing. Why you get nothing? You rejoicing in that day? Yeah, you got here. That's wonderful. I know my day coming soon. But you ain't doing nothing to get to that day. How? Go for it. Go towards it. And watch the Lord work. Okay. So getting back to the area now, we in verse 18. And Yeshua says unto him, rise, take up thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. On the same day was the Sabbath. The Jews, therefore, said unto him that was cursed, is it the Sabbath day? It is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed. Now they knew this man's situation. They knew that this man had an infirmity. They passed out this man probably just about every other day. But they didn't pay attention to the fact that, hold on, are you walking? I mean, you've been dealing with this for a long time. Oh man, that's a good thing. Wow, that's a miracle. All they paid attention to was that you walk around on the Sabbath carrying your bed. You're doing some form of work. You ain't supposed to be doing no work on the Sabbath. Why are you walking around doing that? And he answered them, he that made me whole, the same said unto me, take up thy bed and walk. Now the man didn't think twice about it. It's the Sabbath and I ain't supposed to be carrying my bed. Even he thought about, oh my goodness, not only can I walk, but I can actually carry my bed up out of here. Somebody else ain't got to carry my bed for me. This is a good thing. He wasn't thinking about the day. He was thinking more about how wonderful it was that he could do something he couldn't do 38 years back. Then asked they him, what man is that which said unto thee, take up thy bed and walk? And he said, and he that was healed was not who it was. For Yeshua had conveyed himself away, a multitude being in that place. So remember, this was during the day where the water was being troubled. So, and it was also near the marketplace. It lets you know that too. So there's a lot of people in this vicinity. You got those who have come to be healed. You got those who have come to purchase different things. And it was close by the temple too, which you will see that within the upload of the picture that I placed. It was close by the temple as well. So you got those who are coming to worship. It's the whole reason why the Jews, those certain Jews, those higher ups were close in the vicinity. And they, saw all this go about. So here it is. It was easy for him to convey himself, within the area because there's a lot of people out there. Afterwards, Yeshua found him in the temple and said unto him, behold, thou art made whole. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come unto thee. Now, remember the Jews said he was cursed, meaning they knew that the reason why he was in that situation had something to do with sin. So did Yeshua. And he told him, okay, you don't been made whole from this situation. Now, your best bet is not to sin anymore. Because if you sin, knowing that you got made whole in this situation, something worse gonna come on you than what you was actually dealing with. I mean, you was dealing with a lot already, knowing that you had been in your infirmity for 38 years. You don't want nothing greater? You need to stay out of that area. The man departed and told the Jews that it was Yeshua which had made him whole. Now, see, this is the part that baffles me. You are no longer sticking in the whole thing of, wow, man, I'm whole. I need to go tell my family. I need to go tell my friends. Look, I can actually walk. I can do some stuff that I could never do before. In your mind, it resonated for you to turn around and go search for the same Jews that you know was looking for the person who told you to take up your bed and walk. Why? Why? I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it why you would want to see the downfall of the same one who made you whole. Because they weren't searching for you no more. Actually, they took their thought off you when you said it was somebody else who told you to pick up the bed and walk. But you went searching for them now. Why? But this is how people will do you. People don't think about how God utilized a person to bring about a blessing. They don't even focus in on giving thanks for the blessing. They focus more in on the wrong. Or just in a moment of, nah, I ain't got to deal with that no more. Let me just kind of continue to go my way. Which is the same thing that happened to the 10 lepers that Yeshua healed. He healed 10 of them. In the midst of them leaving, when he told them to go to the priest, and that they was clean, nobody realized that they was clean in the midst of walking before they made it to the priest, except for one. And one came back to give thanks. And he was like, was there not 10 of you? What other 9? But this shows you the mind of people. That some people won't even take a moment or a second to stop and just say, thank you, Lord. They don't even pay attention to oh my goodness, I got my healing. Like the healing was supposed to come to them. No, you needed something. The Lord gave you something and you can't even say thank you. How ungrateful are you? Don't be ungrateful. And therefore, did the Jews persecute Yeshua and sought to slay him because he had done these things on the Sabbath. A day of rest that was technically given unto man. Your body needs rest. You cannot push yourself to the limit without getting some form of rest. Now I know it's like the what is it, the kettle calling the pot black or whatever, because me, I it's a lot of times when I don't get rest because I'm on to the next thing. But even my body shows me, excuse me, you need to rest. Because if you don't rest, I know how to pull rest from you. It'll shut you down when you least expect it. And then you getting rest in the awkward moments. Like you working, or you could be behind the wheel, or you could be walking about and just doze off. You never know. Or in the midst of a conversation with somebody, the conversation could have been good, and you don't doze off, and they're like, why are you going to sleep? Because your body needed rest. And you've been depriving your body of rest. So yeah, I need to be the main one to follow that rule. But trust and believe, rest was given unto man. That's who it was given unto. God himself, he don't need rest. He really don't. He don't sleep nor slumber. He works. That's what he does. Around the clock. But Yeshua answered them, my Father worketh hitherto, and I work. So if my Father don't rest, why am I resting on the Sabbath? You don't get it. Therefore, the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but he said also that God was his father, making himself equal with God. But God is our father. When you go through these teachings, you'll even find out that the Jews, the Pharisees, and the Sadducees said that God was their father. That's so fickle, because how you get mad at Yeshua for saying that God is his father, but you yourself say that God is your father? I don't get it. But they didn't have a real reason to want to kill him. They were just looking for ways to kill him. Like, the slightest little thing you do wrong, I'm going to get you. That's all they was looking for. Like, it don't matter. It could be the tiniest thing. I'm going to get you. And just from saying certain things, they sought even more to want to kill him. Do you not know who this was like? This was just like Joseph. Joseph's father was showing him love and honor and just, spending time with him. And his brothers look like, okay, I mean, aren't we your kids too? We your sons also. Why is it you keep showing all this favoritism unto him and giving him a cold and all this other kind of stuff? And we out here working, and you don't recognize or acknowledge the work that we doing. So, and then when the Lord started giving him dreams, oh, they really didn't like it. Now you're getting blessed too. You're getting blessings and being able to see parts of the future. How you gonna be above the oldest? No, I don't believe that. That's not a good thing. And they too sought of ways that they can take him down, take him out. They look to kill him. Bible saying nothing new under the sun. So here it is. These people are supposed to be your people. You coming to save them, and all they looking for is to kill you. Then answered Yeshua and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what thing soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. So whatever God do, the Son does. He do the same. For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth. And he will show him greater works than these, that ye may marvel. So you tripping off this whole thing. I told a man to take up his bed and walk. Man, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's just little stuff. And it's going to be some greater stuff that the Lord is going to do through me that you're going to like marvel over. Like, wow, that was amazing. Like, did you see that? Did you hear that? And you tripping off this? Oh, just wait. For as the Father raiseth up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will. So just like God raised the dead, Yeshua had that same power. And he's going to do that same thing. See, he's giving them some future events that's going to get ready to come to pass. Now they weren't very good hearers, but he was always releasing truth and information. For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son. So he let you know, Father's not judging you. He's given all that unto me. That all men shall honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father, which hath sent him. Okay, you have no honor for me. How can you not honor me when it was the Father who sent me? Once again, you contradicting yourself. Something don't sound right about that picture. Verily, verily, I say unto you, that he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death into life. You can't even make it into life except you believe on me. Already you faltering. Verily, verily, I say unto you, The hour is coming and is now when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear shall live. Once again, future events. He let them know when I die, oh, it's coming. And none of that, the hour is at hand. It's right now. Like it's going on now. Y'all don't even know y'all in the midst of the moment. But when the dead hear my voice, oh, they shall rise and they gonna live. For as the Father have life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself. The Father has life. The Father speaks life. I have life. I speak life. That's what Yeshua was telling him. And have given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. So not only has he given him the power of life, but he's also given him the power to be able to judge. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice. Once again, let you know, everybody that's in the grave, they're going to hear my voice. That's just how powerful his voice is. He demonstrated a part of the power that was within his voice when they came to get ready to take him. When they said, where is Yeshua? And he said, I am he. They fell back immediately. So he had to take a little of that power back. Like, hold on, let me dial it down a little bit. So when they asked him again, pretty much wavering and shaking because they weren't expecting that, he responded again, but they didn't fall this time. Because he was like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm releasing a little too much there. They supposed to come take me. Got to go on like, like everything, is laid out. And shall come forth they that have done good until the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil until the resurrection of damnation. I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just. I'm not judging you wrongly when I'm judging you. That what you doing wrong, I'm giving you the truth about it. And it is justified. Like there's nothing wrong with the stuff that I'm saying to you. You just can't take the truth. Because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. He didn't come in his own name. He came in the Father's name. He came representing the Father. There was another teaching I listened to, which was an amazing teaching. And one of the things he brought out was such a truth. He said that Yeshua came to show you the good that is within the Father. Everything that he showed you, everything that he did was through the good works that he did. And he kept taking the glory and giving the glory back to the Father. See, when they was looking at Yahuwah, at Elohim, they looked at him as being a God of wrath. Somebody who, definitely ain't sparing the rod. He wiping out people. And he would. Don't get me wrong. Now, definitely he was doing that. But he's also a good God. And that's what you got to understand, that there is good in God. Remember when he first created the world? When he created everything, what did he end it off with? Every time when he got done, he said it is good. Because he did a good thing for us. Everything started off in good. To that fall part, everything was working on wonderful. But that's when evil kicked in strongly. It is what it is. We can't turn back the hands of time in order to change it. Now we just got to continue to walk in and show the goodness of Elohim, which is the same thing Yeshua did when he was down here. He kept showing you the good of the Father. That's your job too. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. There is another that beareth witness of me. And I know that the witness which he witnesseth of me is true. Ye sent unto John, and he bare witness unto the truth. But I receive not testimony from men, but these things I say, that ye might be saved. Like, I'm only telling you this stuff because I'm trying to save you. I don't need you to witness of the stuff that I got going on. I'm trying to help you in the long run. You definitely ain't trying to help, Yeshua, because they was trying to kill him. He was a burning light and a shining light. He was a burning and a shining light, and you were willing for a season to rejoice in his light. Who is he talking about? Who was a burning and a shining light? John. And for a season, they was receiving John like, okay, he talking some good stuff. But it only lasted for a little while. But I have greater witness than that of John. For the work which the Father hath given me to finish, the same work I do. Bear witness of me that the Father had sent me. So even through the works that he was doing, those things were bearing witness. Like, I don't even need John to bear witness for me. The works that I do bearing witness for me all by itself. And it's letting you know I came from the Father. You don't understand. They knew that anybody who did those works were not a sinner who did those works. We're not a person of evil who did those works. You had to be from the Lord in order to be able to do that, because you got to be connected. If you ain't connected, you can't do none of that stuff. And it's not saying that, Pharaoh didn't have his, ways of trying to manipulate the system. Yes, but Pharaoh he was sneaking in. He had people sneaking in the back door just to be able to tap into some of that stuff. They were coming in some other way. And like the word says, anybody who come in another way, they are a thief and a robber. Yeshua was going in the right way. And he's trying to teach you how to go in the right way. But they didn't even want to receive it. And the Father himself, which hath sent me, he bore witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, neither seen his shape. Like, you can't be hearing from the Lord. There are people who hear from the Lord and they doing the work of the Lord. You claiming you doing the work of the Lord and you teaching the people, the ways of the Lord, but you ain't hearing the Father's voice. You ain't even seeing his shape. But yet and still you out here telling everybody what they should and should not do. And ye have not his word abiding in you. For whom he had sent, him ye believe not. He sent Yeshua and you don't even believe him. Search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life. And they are they which testify of me. Even in your word that you read to these people on a constant, in the synagogue, they testifying of me on a constant. And you can't even see that. So how you saying you hearing from the Father? How you saying that you even know that I wasn't even sent from the Father when you yourself ain't connected? You can't hear his words because you don't even believe the words that I'm telling you. But yet and still, Yeshua was sent by the Father. And ye will not come to me that ye might have life. Here it is, I'm presenting life to you as a reward, as a gift. And you won't even come to me to receive that gift. Instead, you're rejecting the gift, turning away. That gift ain't even good enough for me. I don't want to receive that. And we'll just wait for the next gift to come along, because I will receive a gift, but I don't want the gift from you, because you ain't the person who you say that you are. Really? Oh, okay. I guess you don't want to be saved. I receive not the honor from men, but I know you, that ye have not the love of God in you. I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. That's crazy. Somebody come in their own name and they start doing some stuff. You're like, oh yeah, man, that's the one. But the one that's standing right before you and you don't even receive from him. You say, well, he can't be the one. I know he don't did all this stuff, but y'all people, y'all confused. Y'all deceived.
Y'all some cursed people. Y'all don't know what y'all really listening to or believing in, because y'all not connected like that. But Yeshua let them know you ain't connected. Because if you were so connected, you would know that he was sent by the Father. You wouldn't even falter in that way. You wouldn't even look for ways to try to kill him or look for ways to try to trip him up. How can ye believe which receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from God only? You seeking the honor from men only, from other men. But you're not even looking for the honor that comes from God. The honor that comes from God is way greater than anything you'll ever get from a man. If you're looking for the rewards from a man, like the Lord said, then you already received your reward. Remember, he talked about those who do with alms, or they fast and they showing on their face that they don't fast it and everything, just so man would know that this is what they doing. No, it ain't got nothing to do about that. If you doing stuff in secret and you going to the Father in secret, then the Father is going to bless you openly, because this is between you and him. You creating that relationship and that connection between him. You're not worried about what man think and how they feel. It ain't about them. But when you seeking that from man, you already got your reward. You don't need nothing from the Lord. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuse you, even Moses, in whom ye trust. Moses spoke up for them a lot. But even Moses got tired of them jokers. Like, oh my goodness, how many things do the Lord have to do for you? I mean, now the Lord constantly using me, and Moses ended up speaking himself right up out of the promised land. Dealing with them stiff-necked people that didn't want to listen, that didn't want to turn, that didn't want to let go of the slavery of where they came out of. How are you going to come out of a slavery situation, but you can't see the better? You can't see that you ain't being oppressed no more. All you constantly seeing is the obstacles that's around you. Not that we ain't getting beat. Not that we ain't getting killed. But what we going to eat? The Lord always provided. What we going to drink? The Lord always provided. Oh, this bread ain't enough. I need some meat. The Lord still provided. And nothing was ever enough for them. So even Moses got fed up. Like, listen, I can't deal with them. At one point in time, the Lord would say to Moses, you need to go get your people. In the beginning, he was like, go get my people, tell Pharaoh to let my people go. The people start acting up and tell Moses, go get your people. Shoot, Moses turned around and said, did I birth these people out? Why is this burden falling on me? So even he knew how stubborn they were. Like, I can't take all this. There's too much for one person to handle. I need some help. I understand you talking to me, Lord, but I need some help. And the Lord even helped Moses out when he felt like, it was being too much. So you got to ask. And like the Bible says, you shall receive. And he spread it out, Moses' spirit, among the elders. So he will give you that which you need to bring off relief. All you got to do is ask for it. Speak to him somewhat like you do some of these people, because some people really don't know how to talk. So be careful on things you say to the Lord, because, you got to understand you're still talking to the Father, and you don't want that type of wrath on you. But have a normal conversation with him. You ain't got to curse the Lord. You don't have to do all that. No. Because if that's your way